Hey guys, so this is my entry for the 2019 NYX Face Awards. I have 2 makeups to get through, so sit back and enjoy. Gonna start out with our unsuspecting victim. First, glue down those eyebrows. Then apply a quick base of white body paint. Using NYX Professional Makeup eyeshadow in Golden Peach, create large spaces across the nose, chin, and center of the chest. Follow that with taking the NYX Professional Makeup Ultimate Multi-Finish Palette in Electric using the matte teal color to color the forehead and create contours. Next, the NYX Professional Makeup Eyeshadow in Electric further those contours. I started with a brush and then I crushed up some of the pigment and added the mixing liquid to then airbrush the color. Also added the shade to the outer areas of my arms and shoulders. Onto NYX Prismatic eyeshadow shade in Mermaid, doing the same airbrush trick, using this color to soften the transition into the previous colors and add a nice shimmer. Taking NYX Professional Makeup eyeshadow in the color Electroshock and add this sparingly to the areas we just put the electric color. With NYX Professional Makeup eyeshadow and I Have a Headache, brighten up some of those typical highlight areas. Start creating scale shape in NYX Professional Makeup eyeshadow Epic. Went back and used a brush for this stage, applying them on the forehead and shoulders. For some edge detail, use NYX Professional Makeup Foil Play Pigment in French Macaron. I did apply this wet to get sharper lines. Then back to the Epic shade to create shadows on the scales. Used a wet brush to get it darker this time. Also created lines along the neck for some gills. Softly blended down for a shadow effect. Grab some light blue body paint to sharpen up the edges of each of the gills along the purple. Back with the NYX Golden Peach color, shade under the purple areas, and add some extra color to a few of the scales. Brush some NYX glitter primer on my lids, and applied the NYX purple shade Epic over top. Switched brushes and applied it wet to start creating textures on the outer edges and put a few random spots moving outward. Placed a few around the shoulder scales to help tie it all in. Use the same color to create freckling across the cheeks, making sure to make them multiple sizes. Even sharpened up the purple on the gills. With the NYX Professional Makeup Strobe of Genius Illuminating Palette in Warm, take the lightest gold shade and pop in some highlights in the classic areas and the collarbones. Next, adding NYX Prismatic Shadow and Glass Slipper to the cheeks and around the mouth. Put in some bright white highlights on the scales and gills using an alcohol-activated makeup. Deepen some of the darker areas with the NYX Epic shade. Add some wing liner with NYX Professional Makeup Strictly Vinyl Eyeliner in Crone. With the NYX That's the Point Hella Fine tip, line the edges of the gills and the scales to add some dimension. Next, for some more glow, use NYX Professional Makeup Born to Glow Liquid in Sunbeam, placing it in the highs of the cheeks, nose bridge, and around the lips. For the lips, use NYX Gel Liner and Smudger in Teal. Rub some of that gold color from the Strobe of Genius palette on the center of the bottom lip for an accent. Get contacts in and the wig on. Applied NYX I Have a Headache shade under the eyes. Use NYX Professional Makeup Jumbo Eye Pencil in Lavender on the waterline. And taking a brush and NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk, create a shape in the inner area under the eye. Then press some NYX Professional Makeup eyeshadow in Whipped Cream to set it and lightly blend out. Then with the NYX I Have a Headache color in liquid form, airbrush some ridge details on the forehead and the bottom of the cheekbones. With NYX Electric color, shade in under the areas to make it more 3D. Airbrush some French Macaron Foil Play Pigment to add a little sparkle. Last touch is some highlights along the forehead ridges and add some to the top of the Cupid's bow. And that's look 1. For the second look, I incorporated some LED lights and latex pieces I made ahead of time. I applied a couple layers of latex first, then put down the LEDs. Place latex soaked paper towel pieces over the wiring. Then with cotton and latex, created little round walls, then placed a piece of parchment paper Applied small plastic domes over each one. The center is painted black to help block out the light in the center since they were supposed to be rings. Applied tissue and latex over the edges of the plastic to keep them in place. Use thickened latex to better smooth the pieces and add a couple scales for texture. Then a final stipple of glue over everything. With a mixture of glue and acrylic paint, go over everything and use a Q-tip to add it on the center of the plastic pieces and to create the ring shape. Turned on the lights to add some more coats of paint anywhere where the light was shining through. Did a quick pre-paint over the pieces since once they were going to be on, they were going to be harder to paint them. I use alcohol activated paints since it would last on the latex, but just use colors that match the NYX makeups I plan to use for the full look. Now to start the body paint. First apply a latex bald cap and glue down those eyebrows. Then glue down all 3 of the light up pieces. Once they are down, stipple some latex on the edges to blend them into the skin. Use orange body paint over the outer areas of the body, followed by yellow body paint in the center portions of the face and body. Airbrush some orange alcohol activated color to soften the transition, and also added some under the jaw, and did some of this with the yellow alcohol color. Final color is the purple and just the outer edges of the head. Did a quick spatter of both the yellow and orange for some breakup. Taking the NYX Professional Makeup eyeshadow in Cougar, crushed it up and made it into a liquid to airbrush contours and color above the eye. Next, with NYX Professional Makeup Primal Color in Hot Orange, deepen those same areas. Also color under the jaw and down the neck. Followed by NYX Professional Makeup eyeshadow in Frisky. This is the darkest of the shades, so applied it in smaller sections and not covering the previous colors, just creating soft gradients. Then with NYX Professional Makeup eyeshadow and I Have a Headache, airbrush highlight areas. It's good to take your time and give it a moment to dry. It might end up a lot lighter than you might expect. Now with a brush and NYX Frisky shade, carve out cheekbones so they look more angular and high. Also putting this color under my lip and along the jawline. Taking light blue body paint, create basic shapes for the eye spots. Then line it in black. We'll come back to this later. With NYX Professional Makeup eyeshadow in Epic, start putting in some shapes above the eyes and on the outer areas, sort of creating a giant wing. Apply some NYX glitter primer on my lids. Then put NYX I Have a Headache shadow over top. Using the NYX Purple Epic shade, darken the previous areas, only this time applying it wet. And go in and sharpen the cheek lines. Moving on to NYX Professional Makeup Primal Color in Hot Yellow, go in and smooth and blend some of the yellow spaces. Took the NYX Hot Orange and added some more textures. With the purple alcohol color, started painting different sized blotches on the head and chest, also down the sides of each arm. Using some bright blue body paint, put some rings over most of the purple spots. Then with NYX That's the Point Hella Fine eyeliner, clean up the black lines around the eye spots and add some pointed shapes on the inner and outer corners of each eye. Use some white body paint and add some random small spots. Go in with different mixtures of white and blue and create a texture into the eye spots to resemble the scleras I'll be adding later. With NYX Professional Makeup Primal Color in Hot Black, add some shading to the inner parts of the eye spots. Then add some strange pupil shapes in each. Put some highlights around the edges of the pupils to make them look more dimensional. Next, take NYX Professional Makeup Foil Play and French Macaron. Put some over the Cupid's bow before applying NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick in Alien. Followed by lining the black with NYX Liquid Suede in Denim Dress. Lightly blending the inner part of the line. Using the gold color out of the NYX Professional Makeup Strobe of Genius palette in Warm, press into the center area of the lips and put it in the classic highlight areas. Put in the contacts and add some darker blue to better tie them in. Applied some blue eyeliner, then added NYX Professional Makeup Faux White Eyeliner in Mint Cream to create a lighter shade of blue. Back with the NYX That's the Point eyeliner, sharpen around the eyes and finish the liner on the top lid. Pop in a few white highlights and put some I Have a Headache shade around the eye spot. Used white body paint over the eyes and added NYX eyeshadow color Cougar over top. Once again, I added bright highlights. Glued on some fins on the side of the head, airbrushed some orange on the fins closer to the head to tie it in with the rest of the makeup. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed these looks. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.